At 2:41 in the morning, deep inside a secure operations room in Washington, a series of alerts flashed across a wall of digital maps. At first, analysts thought it was another routine military update, but within minutes, the atmosphere inside the room changed. Satellite feeds began updating rapidly. Officers leaned over their terminals. Phones started ringing across multiple departments. Something unexpected had just happened. A conflict somewhere in the world had crossed a threshold that American strategists had been quietly worrying about for years. For decades, the United States built a reputation as the ultimate crisis manager. When conflicts erupted, Washington could send aircraft carriers, deploy troops, coordinate allies, impose economic sanctions, and pressure governments into negotiations. In many cases, American influence shaped how wars started and how they ended. But the situation unfolding now is different. This time, the conflict is developing in a way that even the United States may not be able to fully control. To understand why, we need to look at how the global balance of power has changed over the last 30 years. When the Cold War ended in 1991, the United States stood alone as the dominant superpower. The Soviet Union had collapsed, leaving behind a world where American military power, economic influence, and technological leadership had no equal. Analysts called this period the unipolar moment. It was a time when Washington could project power almost anywhere on the planet. American aircraft carriers controlled the oceans. NATO expanded across Europe. The US dollar became the backbone of global trade. From the Balkans to the Persian Gulf, American-led coalitions shaped the outcomes of major conflicts. For a while, it seemed as if the United States would remain the central power in world politics indefinitely. But history rarely stays that simple. While the United States focused on wars in Iraq and Afghanistan, other nations were quietly rising. China began transforming into an economic powerhouse, building massive industrial capacity and expanding its technological capabilities. Russia rebuilt parts of its military and sought to restore its influence across neighboring regions. Countries like India, Turkey, and Iran started pursuing more independent foreign policies. None of these nations alone could match the full strength of the United States, but together they created a far more complex world. Instead of a single dominant superpower, the international system slowly evolved into a multipolar environment where several powerful countries pursue their own strategic goals. This shift has major consequences for modern conflicts. In the past, wars often involved clear sides and predictable alliances. Today, conflicts tend to involve overlapping interests, proxy forces, cyber operations, and economic competition. Multiple powers may influence the same battlefield without directly confronting each other. This creates situations where events can escalate in unexpected ways. Technology has also transformed warfare. Drones, cyber attacks, satellite surveillance, and artificial intelligence have changed how battles are fought. Smaller nations and even non-state groups can now use relatively affordable technology to challenge larger militaries. A swarm of drones can disrupt advanced equipment. Cyber attacks can disable infrastructure thousands of miles from the battlefield. These new tools make conflicts less predictable and harder to control. Economic warfare adds another layer of complexity. For decades, the United States used its dominance of global finance to impose powerful sanctions on rival states. Because the US dollar plays such a central role in international trade, Washington could restrict access to global financial systems and severely damage targeted economies. But in recent years, some countries have begun searching for alternatives. New financial networks and trade partnerships are slowly emerging. While the dollar remains extremely influential, the global economy is gradually becoming more diversified. This means economic pressure alone may not produce the same results it once did. Regional powers also play a growing role in shaping conflicts.
Countries in the Middle East, Asia, and Eastern Europe increasingly pursue their own strategies. Sometimes they cooperate with the United States, other times they follow paths that conflict with Washington's goals. In a complex crisis, several regional actors may support different sides simultaneously, making it nearly impossible for any single power to dictate the outcome. Domestic politics inside the United States adds another challenge. After decades of costly overseas wars, many Americans are cautious about large military interventions. Political leaders must balance international strategy with public opinion at home. This can limit how aggressively the United States is willing to act in a new conflict. Meanwhile, rival powers may calculate that American decision-making will be slower because of political debates and elections. This can encourage risk-taking by actors who believe they can gain advantages before Washington fully responds. Geography further complicates the situation. Many of today's most dangerous flashpoints lie in regions where the interests of several major powers overlap. Eastern Europe sits between NATO and Russia. The Middle East connects energy markets across multiple continents. The Indo-Pacific contains the world's most important shipping routes. When conflicts erupt in these regions, they rarely stay local for long. Trade, alliances, and security commitments pull additional countries into the crisis. Each new participant adds more uncertainty and more potential for escalation. Another powerful force shaping modern warfare is information. Social media and digital communication allow images and narratives from the battlefield to spread across the world instantly. Public opinion can shift within hours. Governments may face pressure to respond quickly to events that are still unfolding. In earlier eras, leaders often had days or weeks to evaluate intelligence and coordinate responses. Today, they may only have minutes before a story goes viral and shapes international perception. Information itself has become a strategic weapon. All of these factors combine to create a world where controlling a conflict is far more difficult than it used to be. The United States still possesses enormous military power. Its navy operates across multiple oceans. Its alliances include many of the most advanced economies on the planet. But power alone does not guarantee control. Modern conflicts are influenced by technology, economics, public opinion, and the strategic calculations of multiple independent actors. When all of these forces interact at the same time, even the strongest country cannot fully determine the outcome. That is why the war developing today has captured the attention of strategists around the world. It is not just another regional confrontation. It is a test of how the new global system functions when multiple powerful players become involved. If escalation continues, decisions made in distant capitals could affect the battlefield within hours. Economic pressure could trigger countermeasures. Alliances could activate military commitments. Miscalculations could push events further than any leader originally intended. History shows that many major wars began with smaller crises that leaders believed they could control. Sometimes they were wrong, and that possibility is exactly what makes the current situation so dangerous. Because for the first time in decades, the world may be witnessing a conflict where no single nation, not even the United States, holds complete control over what happens next.